Have you noticed that those whose financial independence is far from their reach in Nigeria are the ones who always think and say that there's no money in this country? I'm not talking about think and grow rich, the power of positive thinking and affirmations that are success-driven that don't last, having an expiry date. I'm talking about good success that lasts beyond one's lifetime. However, if you are willing to think differently towards realizing your desired outcome of abundance while in your fatherland and even in a foreign land, I ask that you stay with me till the end of this episode and you won't regret it.
Three, two, one.
Greetings, royalty. Welcome to another episode of the SAVE-TEY Life Series of talks designed to set you up for good success. I have been in business for over 15 years and I have learned a lot and failed also. SAVE-TEY Ventures is a fresh start. Having failed at being successful, I ask that you embark on this journey towards good success with me. Do you know that you are the reality of your thought processes? Are you aware that such a mindset that sees your homeland as a wasteland will keep you perpetually surrounded by lack and want till the end of your days? Maybe you are correct that your homeland is a wasteland, but by the standards of previous episodes, it's because it's a hasteland where everyone is in a haste to break out of the prevalent financial hardship. It's time to change our thinking. And this episode is your cure. Let's imagine for a second that you are approaching SAVE-TEY Ventures to take advantage of one of its services to either start your business or to enhance or scale your existing business. Do you know that thinking and believing that there's lack and want in this country is a major contributor to the reality of our national poverty that has caused our fatherland to be called the poverty capital of the world? So, ask yourself how. Many Nigerians think in this derogatory manner about their fatherland, and you can see why we are the way we are. And to approach business with such a mindset is detrimental to your obtaining good success. If we were to begin the clarify session, this thought pattern will lead to nowhere, and you would have wasted my time and yours and your money also. So, this clarify introductory series is designed to ensure that we experience true progress as we begin the session. It's one thing to be realistic in one's perspective towards life and their surroundings. It's okay that note that things are not all right, that there's no equal distribution of the nation's wealth amongst the inhabitants of the nation. But how you think about the matter can result to more chaos or getting the problem solved. Good success begins with your thoughts and translates into the beliefs which you hold on to, which impacts the outcome of your life. For as a man thinketh, so is he. You are your thoughts in motion. This is why before you approach us to be of help to you, we ensure that you are in the right frame of mind before we commence our services to you, as time is a valuable asset and we don't want to spend it where there is no long-lasting prosperity. This is the core reason behind Clarify. So, for those who go to foreign lands as immigrants and thrive from your homeland, realize that you first thought and believed that there's opportunity for you in that foreign land, and you prepared and traveled over there, and suddenly your dreams of financial well-being came through so much so that whatever you touch turns to gold, and you can now support your families back home and accomplish so much in a shorter time. It's your thoughts that there's opportunity in another land that enabled you to gain the resources to even travel there. But what if you had the same estimation of your homeland? What more would you have accomplished? So, the lack of well-being in Nigeria is not due to the powers that be, such as the politicians that be who run the country or the colonizers, but our collective thought processes. For example, if the colonizers thought that Nigeria is a wasteland with nothing good in it, would they have kept colonizing Nigeria till date? So, you must approach your life and business endeavors with the mentality that your fatherland is filled with good and opportunities to be wealthy in order to help others live a sane life void of all manner of chaos, even as it is in foreign lands. If your fatherland were not good, why are the foreigners really taking advantage of it? They know that there is good here, they've thought it and believed it, and they laid hold of it, and your protests can't break their hold off the bounty. So, instead of being the enemy who watches as the table is prepared for the foreigners while they eat off of the table present in your homeland, why don't you stop the protests and the fights, take a shower, dress as the royalty that you are, and join them at the table to enjoy the benefits of your fatherland? Let's party together should be our attitude. So, instead of going to protest to your demise on the streets, protest by thinking in the manner which I have taught, as it will open your mind with amazing business ideas with which to serve to draw some of that wealth in your fatherland to yourself. We are here to help you develop that business idea, get your business registered, and with further guidance in your business activities, you will see that what you were protesting for on the streets as a beggar were always within your reach without you knowing it. I think and believe that there's money in Nigeria just as the colonizers think and believe, even if you think it's not true. If you think there's no money in this country, kindly know that on that note, your thought processes are limiting your true progress in life, and no wonder. You are reaping the reality of your thought processes. Kindly know that we won't work with you if you persist with such a dirty mindset of your homeland. If for 1 second you thought and believe that there's money, wealth, and abundance in this country, then you will have the confidence to face each day despite the difficulties associated with it, and you will be open to contributing to so much more money and abundance being in the country through your business or businesses. As by such a thought process, you will open yourself to being inspired with amazing business ideas that when SAVE-TEY Ventures lays its hands upon it, it would be greater than what you had first conceived at, thereby solidifying your journey towards financial independence, setting you up and the rest members of the country up for good success, since that business idea will bring employment of labor to absorb our large population, which when extended to other nations, it will be extreme abundance to them. When you consider that you are surrounded by a crowd of family members, neighbors, friends, and colleagues who earn the same meager income and are always complaining of how things are not working for them in Nigeria, while harboring negative perspectives of the country and the politicians, while hoping that by some miracle, they'll get out of their poor financial outcome of life, then you need to realize that by your interaction with such a crowd, your time and mental energies that ought to have been employed in creating solutions and opportunities to the same situations you lament of are being wasted, which is how you contribute to your homeland being a wasteland. So, you need to hastily depart from such a crowd. But because you hastily adopted the prevailing and limiting mindsets from the crowd around you, you will keep arriving at the actualization of your smallness, which you refer to as the lack of progress or poverty within the country. Certain prospects complain that our prices at SAVE-TEY Ventures are premium, and while I thank them for taking the time to be educated about our offerings, I often end up thinking to myself that they are expressing the thought pattern of the crowd they associate themselves with. They don't see our services as an investment to their business journey, which will bring them a much higher return on investment over time. They don't see the big picture of how their business ideas can shape the country for good. Such are the complaints of people whose businesses will not last beyond their lifetime, which is why Clarify exists to help you check if you should embark on the journey of doing business or not. Many people are doing business in this country, but many are doing it illegally, while living with evil perspectives of their fatherland that limit their ability to lay hold on the good of the land. Then they toil all the days of their lives, and it amounted to nothing, and they retire to their villages and desire some Messiah who will give them freedom, and then freedom will turn into death and more poverty, and the next generation will reap what they did not sow. What a tragedy! Kindly note that the first hour of Clarify is of no monetary cost to you. So far you've gone through this entire series in this playlist. Please, do follow the links in the description to learn more. While we know that Clarify can be intense, and that some of you might need more hours to engage in that process, kindly know that where the paid sessions for the second session of Clarify is $90, we will kindly give you 4 hours of the second paid session, which can be spread into different consecutive days at $500 only for international clients, even though you are a Nigerian living abroad. Meanwhile, for Nigerians living in the homeland, you will get 4 hours that can be spread into 4 different days at 1 hour per day at 500,000 Naira only. Also, for Nigerians living in the homeland, you can utilize gradual pay through SAVE-TEY Focus to make your payments before the session begins. I believe this is fair enough for both you and us, as time is a precious asset, and we want to ensure that you who will be on the hot seat will have enough time to think through the process you will partake of in order to arrive at answers that will help us get to know you and your needs accurately so we can tailor our services to your budget. Before we come to a close for this episode, think upon the following words, which states, "We live to do business. We do business to serve kings, and kings reward service unto them with a premium, and this premium is reinvested towards being of perpetual service to them. Serve not the poor. Only serve them if they are willing to give up poverty in order to be royalty. Make them kings first before you serve them." Hence, Clarify, be free from the chains of the crowd. The crowd will always be in a haste to their waste. Stand out from the crowd to taste and partake of the harvest that good success gives. That good success is also in your fatherland. We love you, and we will continue on seeing our homeland in the best light in the next episode.